can hear me. I want to pull a card. I don't want to stay in Diddy's energy. Okay. Um, so Adi, Adi. Okay, remember the guy that said he was a sex slave? Um, in 2018, I think it was. He said he's a sex slave, and he was telling the detectives that he was a sex slave for P Diddy Combs. This video is for entertainment purposes. Oh my goodness. Storm got powder. He got protection on him too. Look at Storm. He's like, look, Storm. Oh, my poor kitten. Okay. Uh, he got protection on him too. Oh, it's okay. He's like, what is going on? Okay, so it's not funny. I just watched the video. You guys got to watch the video again. So remember, I did a video on the Boles. The Boles is a alpha. It's a fraternity that started a long time ago with free Creoles, free slaves, and they started this fraternity, and they call it the Boles. Remember, I did a video on the Boles. Okay, so let me shuffle these cards, and I want to use the Hoodoo Tarot. Okay, I think I'm missing a card, but it's okay. I know which one I'm missing. So I want to see. Okay, in the video, you guys gotta watch the video. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Okay, because he's telling the police this in 2018, before Cassidy's comes out with her lawsuit. But what's interesting is he says that P Diddy paid him $5 million. Okay, so I want to know. I want to pull from two decks. Two decks here, because I think I need a clarification card, because that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so I want to use these two decks. So this is the Ancestral deck and the Hoodoo Tarot deck, and I want to see P Diddy's position in the Bolue. You guys just see me shuffle that deck. As above, so below. So P Diddy had a high position in the Bolue organization. He was the magician, the warlock. And it's interesting because he's holding that staff and he's pointing as above is so below, right? Now, also in this picture, the magician. Remember when I did a read on what's that famous guy? He was from the Caribbean islands. He was also the magician. Not Cindy Portier. Yeah, Cindy Portier was a Bolue. Okay. The reason why I say this is because they both have the magician energy psychically. I'm picking up. They both were a Bolue. So Boles are the black people. That it's a private. It's a part of the Illuminati, but they're African Americans or Africans. The Boles are all over the world now. Okay, they started in New Orleans. And it's interesting, if you look up the word Bolue, it's a French word, but it's also used for bum and something else. Okay. Um, it's two different terms for Bolue. But what I was picking up from Oddi was a sex worker, a porn star. And he did an interview, and it was a recorded interview, and it was like, if you listen to the interview, it was like the police didn't believe him. Okay, and he even went in front of a judge, because he went into one of Donald Trump's places and destroyed it. Okay, but he talks about in the interview. You have to listen to the interview; it's very interesting. So he also says he's from Africa. So I'm feeling North Africa. Okay, I thought he was white or Mexican, but he's not. He's African. In the video, he says he has nothing against Africans, okay, or blacks, because he is African. I feel like his name He's either Moroccan or Egyptian. Okay. But this is P. Diddy's energy, the magician. Okay. So, and the affinity, you see the affinity? So this is very interesting. So P. Diddy, because I don't want to keep talking about P. Diddy, but I am going to do a video on Ava. And that would probably be my last video on this, because this is so deep. So it's interesting when you look at the magician card and the symbols and stuff, and the cup, the chalice, the leopard, the staff. So he was given orders, and he was also taking orders. Okay. This is the same energy that I was pulling on Cindy Portier. Okay, remember I pulled the same card on Cindy Portier, the magician. Now, it's interesting because if you look on the magician card and look closer, there is a necklace, right? So I'm feeling like, you know how the Freemasons, they wear the rings. I feel like the Boles, they wear a certain ring, okay? And they wear a certain necklace. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. A necklace and a certain ring, but it's not like a Freemason, okay? And they also he's messing with the cards. So this magician energy, this magician, when you see the magician card, you think of, like, for me, reading tarot, okay, is somebody that practices magic too, okay, that can deceive a lot of people, okay. And this is P. Diddy's energy, which he was a magician, and he was a high ranking Bolue, okay. This is very interesting because if he was a high ranking Bolue, okay, P. Diddy Combs, which is other Boulets out there, Al Sharpton's of Bolue. There's so many Boulets, okay. T.D. Jakes is probably a Boule, okay. So this is a fraternity, a order, but this is, you can only be of Black or African descent. But the Boulets are all over the world, okay. So when Cindy Portier was the Boule, there's order, okay. There's a certain kind of order that they have to follow, okay, as a Boule. So I'm going to leave the magician card out, and then I'm going to pull a clarifying card. So we'll leave this card. Here, play with this one. Here. Don't play with that one. Okay, so P. Diddy is a Boule, and this video is for entertainment purposes. This card came out, but I'm going to reshuffle because I'm going to see. So nobody knows where Oddi's his last name. He's either from Morocco or Egypt, North Africa. And he said that his mother had Africans working for him. So I don't know what happened in his life where he became a prostitute or in a porn star, okay? And in the interview, he says that P. Diddy's gay. And he mentions a lot of Florida. I think he said Rick Ross. This is for entertainment purposes. And he mentions, what's that other guy from Africa? The light-skinned guy that just brought Buju Banton. Was introduced to Buju Banton. He's also gay. Okay, so let's see. So this incident that occurred with Oddi, I feel like it occurred in Florida. Okay, this is what I'm getting psychically. Okay, so he says that in the video, the cop is actually mocking Oddi, like he's crazy. Okay, but he's not crazy. Okay, even when he went in front of the judge, he's like he really didn't want to talk to the judge. Okay, he's seen some stuff, and he says that he was a sex slave. I thought he was Mexican, but he's African. Egyptian or Moroccan, and I feel like this took place in Florida. I don't know why I'm getting Florida. So he says that that he had, I guess he won the money, 5 million. He actually said $5 million. Okay. So this is interesting because I got this card right here. Doctored Bazard. Now I don't know, I don't read this, they'll use this deck often, okay? So I'm gonna look up Dr. Bazard. Hold on. So this would be Oddi's energy. Okay. So let's see. Because they don't even know if this man's still alive, okay? He probably took the money and went and hid it. He probably went back to Africa. 55. Because that's what I would have done. Okay. I would have held. Okay, so this is the justice card. Okay. So when you see this man standing in front of a courthouse laughing joyously after winning a case for a client, behind him is Lady Justice wearing a Congo witch doctor mask, similar to the one that Dr. Bazar father would have worn in Africa. So Oddi was not lying. This is his energy, the justice. So he's standing in front of the client. Behind him is the Lady Justice wearing a Congo witch doctor mask, similar to the one that Dr. Bazard father would have worn in Africa. This symbolized domination and being a law unto itself, instead of the sword Lady Justice is holding with flowers. Okay, so this is the justice card. So he was telling the truth. So Oddi was trying to find a way to resolve this conflict. Okay, so he got paid. Damn, this is deep. And also this card is, did someone do something wrong to you? If no, don't worry about it. If yes, then it will set the will of justice in motion against themselves. So the justice of emotion is happening now because P Diddy's arrested, but also this is Oddi's energy, okay, because he wanted justice for what was done to him. Okay. And also mentioned witchcraft. So the Boulets practice witchcraft. Okay. Damn, this is deep. I want to see if I get Aunt Caroline. I don't know why. Or the Hierophant card. If I get the Hierophant card, the magician, when we see the magician, it's the magician. Okay. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Do you really believe in possibility that you can make it happen? When you see the magician card, okay, it appears in reading, you are being challenged to make which you desire manifest. So this is basically what P Diddy was doing. He was trying to manifest, and he was a high ranking boule. Okay, so we got P Diddy's energy and we got Oddi's energy. Okay, so this is the same card I did pull on Cindy Portier. So Cindy Portier was also a boule. Okay. So, oh my goodness, he chewed my card up. So, what's going on with the Boulets right now? Are they scared? So, the ex-mayor of New York, or previous mayor, that gave P Diddy the keys to the city. So, I want to see what is the current energy of the Boulets, the organization that P Diddy was a member of and still is a member of. But you know, it's so crazy. Nobody is coming out to help P Diddy Combs. Okay. And that is the Black Boulets. Because he was a head Boule. I can't make this up. Somebody gave him authority. Now, I keep seeing this necklace around P. Diddy's neck, his son's necks. I don't know what this means. It has, it looks like a circle, kind of like a seal. They wear around their necks. I have noticed that. And in this picture, you can see this circle is like a seal. They wear a necklace around their neck. Now, I don't know if this is a symbol of Bole's because I don't know no Bole's. I read about Bole's. Um, Bole's are like, okay, say we're in slave time and they were the master's help. So they would tell on the other slaves. They kept the slaves in order. So think about how the Bole's will be today. They're keeping the black communities in order. You can't go against the slave masters or there will be consequences. But they gave P. Diddy the authority because he was a magician. Okay? He was this is sick, but this is true. Because he has the staff in one hand and he's pointing down in the other hand in infinity. And he has the chalice. He has authority. So somebody gave P. Diddy authority of the Bole's. Because this same energy I pulled on Cindy Portier. Cindy Portier was a Boule. He kept things in order. The black actresses, the black actors in the business. They keep them in order. So P. Diddy was keeping people in order, but was doing his wicked deeds. They had to know. This is a fraternity of the Bole's. They're still out here. So I want to see the Bole's current energy. What are they thinking about P. Diddy right now? The Bolue organization, the fraternity, Alpha something, okay? Alpha Sigma something. All I know is Alpha. Now, I do see the color purple here. So, I think the Bole's wear purple. And it's interesting. If you see, this card flipped. Goalie Jack. Remember Goalie Jack, you guys? Goalie Jack. This is deep. I knew this was going to be deep. So Goalie Jack, he flipped. Okay. Goalie Jack was from Angola. I'm going to give you a little bit of background. I thought I was going to at least get the Hierophant card out here, but instead I got Goalie Jack. So this is what they feel right now, the Bole's, okay? At this current moment, I said, what are the Bole's feeling? Okay, they are a part of the Illuminati. So Jay-Z would be a Bole, Beyonce. They're all Bole's. Okay. Damn. So the Bole's right now have the hangman energy. Okay. They're pausing right now. It's okay to be vulnerable. They're accepting in it. They're accepting what's going on. And it also says if the sacrifice is worth it, then what are you waiting for? Okay? So they have to sacrifice somebody. So who are they sacrificing? P. Diddy Combs. This ain't funny. This is crazy. So with Goalie Jack, the Angolians, okay? It's interesting because Diddy, when I see that on the forehead, right? And this looks like the same. There's some necklace the Bole's wear, and I've been noticing this, okay? It has a circle. Maybe I can Google the Bole's necklaces. There's a necklace they wear. It's a circle necklace. I seen his son wear it. I think I seen two of his sons, P. Diddy's sons, wearing it. I noticed that. I was drawn to that. So, Goalie Jack. Let's read about Goalie Jack. This is the Bolue energy. Okay. Goldie Jack was a Banco prisoner of war who was sold into slavery. He was eventually sent to Charleston, South Carolina, and purchased by a man named Paul Pritchard. Goldie Jack had a reputation as a powerful woodworker with a particular talent for making protective omelets. This may have been one of the reasons um, he planned a revolt. Goldie Jack, introduced the rebels to eat a special diet of corn and peanuts the day of the attack, and provide them with crab claws and talismans to keep them safe. So remember when I did the read on P Diddy and I said that there was a energy connected to him as far as a cloaking. Okay, so the Bolets are into witchcraft. Okay, and I was getting that from day one. Okay, normally whoever is the magician is the person keeping everything in order. So I want to get a clarification card. So this is interesting because the Bolets have to give up somebody. Okay, and they know it's P Diddy Combs. And it's interesting because he has a noose around his neck. And he is also a target individual. The target is right there on the forehead. So the Bolets knew for a long time that P. Diddy was a targeted individual and he was going down. This is what I'm picking up psychically. Let me pull a clarifying card. Boule energy. Show me the Boule energy towards P. Diddy Combs. So they know they have to give up P. Diddy Combs to keep their order, their fraternity in order. And you know what's so crazy? You remember when, and I brought her name up earlier, Carly Russell. Remember the black girl that faked her disappearance and the lawyer had purple on? Her lawyer. Because Carly Russell's parents that adopted her are Bolets. And the lawyer was even a Boule. Remember Carly Russell, the one that did the hoax, which she's not Carly Russell, okay? I don't know why they keep saying that girl's Carly Russell, okay? The lawyer had all purple on. You'll notice that the black men will wear the all purple, okay? That means they're a part of the fraternity order, okay? So I think I just seen somebody else on TV wearing all purple, but I can't remember who it was. But it'll come across my mind. So I want to know the current energy. I feel like I should pull from another deck. Okay, we got the Three of Knives. The Three of Knives. And the knives, if you see the knives, okay, they're right. If you see the guy, he's so dark. And the dog is pissing on his grave. Okay. And he was stabbed with 3 knives under the tree. Okay. And the dog is actually pissing on. Look at this. I can't make this up. I wish I had my lighter so I can show you. He's pissing on the grave. So this is interesting. So P. Diddy is a sacrifice for the Boulets. So my thing is he going to survive? Because this is showing me he's not going to survive. He's defeated. There's an interview with P. Diddy Combs. I'm going to look this card up too. And he says that he's going to rely on his people. And who he's talking about, his people, are the Boulets. But nobody's stepping forward to say they have his back. So where's all the Boulets at? Where y'all at? Come forward, step forward, so we know who you are. Okay? It's interesting because Wesley also had purple on, and she is running for president of the United States, Kamala Harris. for entertainment purposes. I remember one time because she's always wearing slacks, she came on with a light purple outfit. Okay, so she's a part of the Boulets. Yeah, this is deep. Hey, Storm. Okay, the Three of Knives. 122 can mean something. 122. You know, it's so interesting when you think of the Boulets. You know, fraternity. I have family members that were in fraternities. One of my grandmothers, great grandmothers, was a Easter Seal. Okay, they started the fraternity to help Black people in the community, to make sure they would have food, housing, they could vote, they could read. And normally my great grandmother, she was an Easter Seal. Okay. I think my nanny was too. Okay. So they were educated Black people. Oh, he's jumping around. They were educated Black people, and they helped the Blacks that couldn't read go vote. Okay. Um, but they also kept order. And what I mean is order is, I'm not saying my ancestors, they weren't snitches. Okay. They would have died for their beliefs. Okay. Um, so and my mother and my great grandmother are very dark. The billets are black. Okay. They're dark, all shades of black. Okay. Um, but he's sitting under this tree and there's darkness around him. And what's interesting is the dog. Okay, the dog here. I'm being drawn to this dog. There's a grave and there's 3 knives. Look at that, 3 knives. So he might get stabbed or try to stab himself. Entertainment purposes. This is for entertainment purposes. But this could be 3 entities. But I'm noticing the color of the dog. Because when I did the last video of P Diddy, the bird also had this whiteness to it. And the dog is actually pissing on the grave. All right, so this is the Bolue energy. A wounded person lies against a bottle tree with broken bottles as a stray dog urinates on the loved one's grave. The southern tradition of creating bottle trees in the Africans from the Congo people also believed that spirits could reside in the bottles. The ideal was to encapture any negative spirits and allow the sunlight to destroy them at dawn. So this was sacred knowledge. So is somebody helping P Diddy conjure? This is interesting. This is interesting. So they're saying that the Africans was to capture negative energy in these bottles. The meaning of this card, okay, is heartbreak, emotional trauma, betrayal, rejection, devastation, loss, serious grieving, painful endings, loneliness, sickness, negative self-talk, exile, goodbyes, bad breakup, awful news, and unwelcoming change. Damn. So this is a Boulet's energy. They're ready to give him up. And it's interesting because he says that Also, I feel like he's seeking emotional help, but he can't get it for the emotional. But he's coping with and he's analyzing what he has done in some capacity, if that makes sense. So the Boles, they also conjure up energies. They also do like we call it hoodoo and voodoo, okay? Because hoodoo came from voodoo, okay? But this dog, I'm drawn to this dog here. If you listen to the video of Oddi, he says that there's two lawyers that work for P Diddy Combs, and they're two white lawyers. One was an intern, okay? But I'm not feeling this dog is one of those white lawyers. I'm feeling this dog is somebody else that helped Diddy get to where he got, and then Diddy betrayed him, okay? And he's ready to just piss on the grave, okay? Because remember when I did the previous reading on P Diddy and there was a bird and it had whiteness to it? This is what I'm getting. This is a white person, a white male. But this is the Bole's energy. And the Bole's, you have to be black. You can't be white. Okay? So they're basically giving P. Diddy up to be sacrificed. So pay attention to who's wearing purple. Because that symbolizes the fraternity order of the Boles. Even the women wear the purple. This is what I'm getting. When they have meetings, they dress up in purple. The Two of Knives. I keep seeing this knife energy. Let's read this card, and then I'm going to end this read. So this is interesting because the Two of Knives, so 6. I love this deck, but I just don't use this deck, you guys. This some hoodoo deck. Somebody needs to come out with some more hoodoo cards. The Two of, oh my goodness. You know, it's interesting because before I started this read, I kept thinking about the baby oil, right? And in South America, they use this plant, okay? It's called the devil's breath, okay? If you touch the plant, you will die, okay? Now, they're saying that what he had in those bottles was baby oil, but it wasn't baby oil, okay? People were saying it's ketamine and some other stuff, ecstasy, and other stuff. But I was also seeing baby breath, okay? So I don't even know how they would get baby breath to a liquid form, but they could. I've always seen it as a flower, okay? People grow it, okay? People that grow it are normally from like South America that know about the baby's breath in Africa, okay? Mostly South America. So the plant for this is the baby's breath. This is interesting. And there's knives here, and there's knives in the other one. And I was picking that up before I even started this. I'm like, I kept seeing baby's breath. So I don't know if they're going to give him baby's breath. I don't know if he was using baby's breath. But I was seeing baby's breath. That's why I was looking at it. I was like, wow. I was seeing it before I even started to read. Okay, root workers refer to some people being four-eyed, which was a reference to ability to perceive both the physical and spiritual realm. Here's a four-eyed woman nervously bites her lips because her spiritual eyes have been gouged out. Okay. All right. Damn. So this is feeling okay. So they feel like there's renewed action, lies being exposed, saying what you mean and meaning what you say, being in touch with how you feel, facing the consequences of past choices, patiently waiting to see if things work out, anxiously um, waiting on time to move on, and at the crossroads. Okay, so they knew this was going to happen. They knew. So this is the read that I got, and it's interesting because I keep seeing. I'm about to sneeze. My allergies. Hold on. So before I start this read, I watched a video on oddi. That's his last name. Watch a video of the interview on oddi and what he says, and this was 2018. If you listen to the interview, the police is not even taking him serious. He said he was a sex slave. He's naming names, and I feel like this took place in Florida, okay? Because I'm seeing tropical, but I'm also seeing the devil's breath. So I don't know what the devil's breath has to do with P Diddy Combs, okay? Because the devil's breath is normally used, like I said, in South America, okay? What if you even touch devil's breath? Okay, so when you grow devil's breath, you can't even touch it. Okay, you have to wear something to even touch the plant. Okay, because even if you touch it, you will pass out. Okay, literally pass out, and then you'll wake up and not even remember what happened. Okay, that's how strong devil's breath is, and not a lot of people know about devil's breath except for people that do root work, hoodoo, voodoo, um, Santeria, IFA. Mostly people that grow devil's breath and use it are normally of Spanish descent. Okay, um, well African, but mostly I say Spanish. Okay, because the Spanish people in South America know about that devil's breath. Okay, that is their plant. Okay, um, because a lot of men go to um Dominican Republic, Cuba, and the girls they set them up, the black men, and they have sex with them, they give them the devil's breath, and then they wake up and they don't remember nothing that happened, and their money is stolen. And also with devil's breath, I'm trying to look for my tissue. Also with devil's breath, excuse me, you guys, you can ask somebody questions with devil's breath. You can ask them the pin code to your bank account with devil's breath, and they'll give you the passcode. Okay, so devil's breath is very potent. um and I was seeing it comes in different colors, but I was seeing the yellow one. Okay, the yellow color, um it comes in pink, comes in different colors, but you can't touch it, so people that grow it know how to grow it and what to wear to touch it with. Okay, so Diddy is a Bolue. He was a high ranking Bolue. Every black entertainer that's in Hollywood, I'm gonna say majority of them are Bolets. Um, because you have to have wealth to be a Bolet, you have to be educated to be a Bolet. Okay, so I wouldn't say everybody in Hollywood, but some are them in Hollywood are Bolets. Even people that are not in Hollywood, like the mayor that just got caught, he was most likely a Bolet. Okay, um, TD Jakes is probably a Bolet. These are people that I'm seeing. Tyler Perry's a Bolet. But it's interesting because the way the Bolet system was set up, it was back then you had to be educated. Okay, now you don't even have to be educated and you become a member of the Bolet if you have a certain amount in your bank account. Because that's what I'm seeing. Okay. So I did get this for Cindy Portier and I'm getting it for P. Diddy Combs. Okay. Come here, Storm. Say bye. Say Say bye. Say bye. All right, you guys. Ashe. Comment below. If you have a family member that's a Bolue, if you know about the Boles, just comment below. It's interesting because I remember I'm going back to Carly. I don't know why I keep going back to this girl Carly. There's a reason why. And I'm not fully picking it up right now. But I feel like Carly Russell, the one that had the hoax, is not Carly Russell, and I still stand on that. I might have to do an update read on Carly. But her adopted parents were definitely Boles. The lawyer that represented her was a Bolue. And I want to know how they even got Carly. I mean, it's deep. Okay, it's deep. And she's this other missing child. But they got Carly. I don't know how they're getting these children, to be honest, okay? When I'm doing like pulling the energy psychically, I see it sometimes and sometimes I don't see it. And with Carly, I seen it right away that that's not her name. They gave her that name, okay? So I don't know why she keeps coming up in my reads with P Diddy. It's bizarre, okay? Bizarre. But yeah, this is the read I got. All right, you guys, Ashe. Oh, watch the video, by the way. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. His last name is Oddi, and he's Moroccan or Egyptian. He was a porn star and a sex worker. Okay, he said he got $5 million out of a lawsuit from P Diddy Combs, and he did that interview before Cassie came forward. Okay, and he says in the interview, because I did a reading on the Boles, a couple weeks ago. He said that P Diddy is a Bolue. Okay, so I'm not lying, and he definitely ain't lying. Okay, all right, you guys, Ashe.